There, everybody. This is Mel Allen. Baseball is number one. A knuckling pair of over 40-year-olds reunites for the first time in 11 years, hoping to multiply the Yankee win column. Double O adds his number back to the Blue Jay ranks as first-place Toronto does a number on the Yankees, whose own number just may be up in the East. Number 44 puts California back in the race as the Angels set their sights on first place by subtracting Texas with the help of number 527 from Reggie. Lucky number 7 comes up a winner as the Cards divide and conquer at Wrigley. So count on us to sum up all the numbers for you all on This Week in Baseball. This American League Showdown. In New York, the Jays paint the town blue. With first place at stake, a record 214,000 turned out for a 4-game matchup between the Blue Jays and Yankees. Ron Hassey struck the crushing blow in Game 1. A 3-run blast as New York scored 6 times in the 8th for a stunning 7-5 win. Having blown a 3-run lead, the Jays looked a bit shaky, but shook off any notions of fading down the stretch.
They still have to come at the Blue Jays. We're not backing down from anyone. They still have to catch us. We've been there all year, and hopefully we'll stay there.
Veteran Al Oliver stayed tough against Phil Niekro next night, helping Toronto spoil Nuxie's first bid for career win number 300. The Big O broke out of an RBI slump to drive in all of Toronto's runs in a 3-2 win.
I've been around the course now for 17 years, and I think the most important thing is I still can lead by example. I'm 38. I haven't slowed up. This team kind of reminds me of the 71 and 72 Pirates. You know, I was in my 3rd and 4th year, myself and Hebner, Dave Cash, Sanguin, people like that, we all came up together. And this team is based the same way, where the players enjoy seeing each other do their thing. No envy, no resentment. And I think when you have this kind of attitude, you can't help but win.
Especially with Tom Henke on the mound. In Game 2, the fireballing reliever blazed past the Yankees for save number 12 in 13 chances. No wonder his nickname is catching on.
I had the nickname the Terminator in Syracuse, and it's kind of carrying over up even in Toronto a little bit. And I knew it was going to be tough to crack into the bullpen because they got a couple of the best in the game right now with Gary Lavelle and Bill Cottle, and I just figured, well, I'd have to pitch well down there and bide my time, and hopefully, you know, they'd give me a shot.
Lloyd Mosby gave the Jays a shot in the arm with 6 straight hits. Altogether in the series, 8 hits. And fresh respect for Mosby, who's been on the upswing since moving to the number 2 spot in the batting order in June.
When you start hitting the ball good, I think confidence become a factor, and I think right now that's a factor for me. I'm coming out. I have confidence that I will get 2 hits, if not more. I have confidence that I'm going to drive in some runs and that I can help this ball club out. And with the attributes of Cliff Johnson and Al Oliver, 2 guys who have been there, I think that's has been a key for us, because after a loss, we don't sit around and dwell on it. We go home, we still joke about it, and I think the looseness and the character of this ball club right now is one of which I haven't seen in the past.
As for Cliff Johnson, he kept the Jays loose with 5 hits and 5 RBIs as Toronto took 3 out of 4 from the sliding Yankees to open up some breathing room atop the East. Doyle Alexander beat New York in the finale to go 16-8 and keep Blue Jay pennant hopes alive and well.
We've been in first place for a number of months now. We want to remain there if possible. The Yankees are playing great, and we have a little motto that we give 100%. If it's not good enough, you know, can't do anything about it. So we'll let the chips fall where they may.
Right now, high in the catbird seat. On to Anaheim, where the Angels kept pace in the Western chase. Big time at the Big A, where the Angels bedeviled Texas to keep manager Gene Mauch thinking big thoughts. 40-year-old right-hander Don Sutton made his California debut a big one, shutting out the Rangers 2-0 for victory number 294 of his career. Then got 295 next time out.
September is the month you reward yourself for playing well those 5 other months, because if you can't enjoy yourself in September and if you don't want to be a part of that, then there's something wrong.
Nothing wrong with Mike Witt, who gave the last place Rangers nothing but trouble. In outwitting Texas 5-3 for win number 5 in a row, he lifted his overall record to 13-7. Ace reliever Donnie Moore continued to look impressive. He came on in the 8th inning and shut the door evermore, picking up save number 26 to set a club record. Then the next night, Moore added number 27. California's hitting was also a sight to see, as Rupert Jones kept up his assault on Texas pitching. 3 hits and 3 RBIs, including a game winner. That raised his average against the Rangers to .390 going back to last year. Also carrying a hot stick, Gary Pettis, who boosted his September average to .385 with 7 hits, including 2 triples and 6 runs scored. The dashing Pettis also stole 2 bases in one game for a season total of 51. Mr. October, also known as Reggie Jackson, added his clout with home runs numbers 24 and 25 while providing 2 game winners. As for California, 3 out of 4 from the Rangers and still challenging for best in the West. Now, let's open the notebook for This Week in Baseball's TWIB notes from around the American League. Lou Whitaker of the Tigers tried to lay down a bunt in the 3rd inning of the game against the Yankees. In fact, he tried 4 times. But after 4 attempts, and with a count 2-2, Lou decided to try something completely different. So he swung away and ended up with home run number 20 of the year, tying him with Charlie Gehringer and Dick McAuliffe for most homers as a Tigers second baseman in one season. By the way, Detroit won the game 9-1. Brett Saberhagen of the Royals is a big reason Kansas City is on top of the West. In his 2nd big league season, the 21-year-old right-hander has the league's 2nd best winning percentage at 18-6, while his 2.73 ERA ranks 3rd. Brothers Phil and Joe Niekro of the Yankees have become teammates once again. A knuckleballer like his older brother, 40-year-old Joe made the reunion possible when he was traded to the Yankees from Houston. With over 500 wins between them, the pair ranks 2nd as baseball's winningest brother combination in history. The last time the Niekros played on the same team was 1973 and 74 with the Atlanta Braves. Now it's time for this week's quiz, brought to you by Nissan, builders of high-quality cars and trucks for over 50 years. Boston's Wade Boggs is still mind-boggling. Besides a Major League leading .372 average, he's hit safely in 123 of Boston's first 146 games, just 12 games shy of the big league mark. Now, for this week's quiz, can you name the player who's hit safely in the most games in one season? Stay tuned for a Hall of Famer who could really chuck 'em from the outfield. National League East. In Chicago, the Cards come up aces. After cooling off a bit, St. Louis caught fire, winning 7 straight. But first to Wrigley, where the Cards swept 3 to reclaim center stage in front of the East. 34-year-old Cesar Cedeno's been burning down the house, and against the Cubs, continued to smoke with 8 hits and 6 RBIs in the series. In one game, Cedeno went 5 for 5, including a game-winning 2-run homer, 2 doubles, and 4 RBIs. wondrous Willie McGee boosted his league-leading average to .361 while staying on a pace to become just the second switch hitter ever to win the league batting crown. But it wasn't just St. Louis bats that were running hot. The Cards stole 8 bases in one game, 12 in the series. In all, a club record 270 steals, easily the most in the majors, and almost 3 times as many as their opponents.
Well, they say good pitching can stop good hitting. We're a contact hitting team. We just try to put the ball in play and let our speed take over. That's what got us here this far, and we won't stop doing what we've been doing throughout the season.
While their trademark may be speed, the Cards are sailing along largely due to pitching. Danny Cox coasted past the Cubs, beating them for the 3rd time this year while lifting his season record to 16-9. John Tudor started out the season 1-7, but then won 18 of his next 19, and in beating Pittsburgh the next night made it 9 straight. John, what sparked the turnaround?
A friend of mine happened to be watching me on TV. His name is Dave Betancourt. He was my high school catcher, and he's a high school coach now also. You know, we've been friends a long time, and I really valued his opinion, and it's turned out to make him look like a genius, I guess. I just happened to talk to him and mention something to me that a little part of my delivery that had always been there, it wasn't there at this particular time. And I just worked at it, changed it, and I think that going from changing that just kind of changed a few other things, and things have just kind of fallen into place since then.
Meanwhile, in New York, the Mets derailed the Phillies to stay on the pennant track. Dwight Gooden streaked past Philadelphia with his usual dose of zeros. And while extending his scoreless inning string to 31 with shutout number 7, he struck out 11 to become the major's first 21-game winner. The good doctor also pitched in at the plate, matching the Phil's hit total with 2 of his own. Gooden also drove in 2 runs as the Mets whipped the Phillies 9-0. Gary Carter also brought down the house with a homer while driving in 4 runs, including the game winner. That gave him 28 homers and 85 RBIs, both records for a Met catcher. Carter, key to New York's pennant chances, hopes his aching knee can hold up down the stretch.
I think right now I'm going to be able to get through the rest of the season. There is times where it's aggravating, and you know, I've had a couple of cortisone shots in it already, and I'll probably have one more before it's all over. But I'm just very grateful that I'm still playing. There's a lot on the line here. It's basically a 2-team race. I don't see Montreal coming back. You just go about every game the best way you can, and come to think of it, I think it's probably going to go down to the wire, and probably that last week. We got 3 more games in St. Louis, and it might just boil down to all that.
In the meantime, Mookie Wilson kept his bat boiling since coming off the disabled list in early September. Against the Phils, Wilson went 3 for 4 with a triple and 2 RBIs. In beating Philly, the Mets kept things cozy in the Nip and Tuck East, lifting their record 31 games above 500 for the first time since the end of the '69 season. But Shane Rawley put the skids on New York next night, 5-hitting the Mets for a 5-1 win. The victory also raised Rawley's record to 12-7 as the revitalized Phillies boosted theirs to 33-23 since mid-July. Now, let's review this week in baseball's TWIB notes from around the National League. Mike Marshall of the Dodgers went on a power drive, belting 3 home runs in 2 games against the Reds for a career season high of 23. Altogether, in a 10-game spurt, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs, and a .375 average. Houston veteran Jose Cruz reached a milestone in a 2-1 win against San Diego when he collected career hit number 2,000. At age 38, Jose is still cruising and on a pace to hit 300 for the 3rd straight season. Teammate Glenn Davis also entered the record books in the same game when he snapped a 1-1 tie in the 8th with home run number 15, breaking Joe Morgan's mark for most homers by a Houston rookie in one season. More rookie news. Tom Browning of Cincinnati defeated the Dodgers for his 8th straight win, raising his record to 17-9, which is the best among all rookies this year. What's more, Browning has the most wins of any Reds rookie since Harry Gaspar won 19 in 1909. 36-year-old Rick Russell of the Pirates continues his remarkable comeback from a rotator cuff injury, beating the Phillies for his 3rd straight win and 7th straight complete game. Altogether, a 13-7 record plus a 2.28 ERA, 4th best in the league. Now, let's look at the answer to this week's Nissan quiz. Hall of Fame outfielder Chuck Klein holds the Major League record for hitting safely in the most games in one season. In 1930, the lefty slugger rapped out hits in 135 of the Phillies' 156 games while batting .386. By the way, Al Simmons holds the American League mark, hitting in 133 of the Athletics' 153 games in 1925. Beware, beware. Baseball bees are causing quite a sting. Buzz off, you say. Well, sometimes big leaguers just can't seem to get all the bugs worked out. Be patient, fellas. You'll get these bees to behave yet. Just call the exterminator, and before you know it, these bees will be making a beeline for their beehive. Don't be too hasty, but if that doesn't beat them, then beseech the Frog Squad. After all, this bizarre business has got to be terminated. Hey, what's with the jitterbug? Must be the sight of all those bees. Oh, well, let's beat it before the Frog Squad goes berserk. Now, here's the place to be to witness a bedazzling batch of defensive beauties. Presenting this week's great plays, loud and clear from our pals at the mic.
That's out to Zavella. He caught it! It'll be a double play! What a freak double play! We've heard it. Look, lined. It's off Lugo's glove and backhand. Oh, what a play!
Line drive up the middle. Great play by Reynolds. Ripped to left center in the gap, and here comes Lyon. He's got it. The right field coming on Moreland. Here is a spectacular catch. Reed Nichols racing back to the warning track and makes the catch, crashing into the fence.
Center field. Henderson diving, and he makes the catch. David Henderson.
It's back to the wall. It's got a chance. Did he get it? Did he get it? He did it! How about that catch? A man who's done that more than anybody.
Line drive into center field. Oh, with a great grab. Oh. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. And here comes a runner down the line. Ray for strike. Coming in the stars. Holy cow. He's going to get a double play. He does. What a magnificent play. Listen to the crowd.
Now, it's time to feature a genuine Yankee Doodle dandy. At age 24, Yankee Don Mattingly is already showing signs that he's got the stuff of which baseball legends are made. After hitting .343 last year, Mattingly is again in full swing. A .326 average, 29 homers, and a Major League leading 126 RBIs.
When I come to Yankee Stadium, I want to play hard and do the best I can. I think fans appreciate that more than anything, more than not really a flashy player. I'm not flashy at all, actually, and don't do anything really that flashy. But you know, I think fans appreciate good, hard baseball, and that's what I try to give them every night.
Batting third, he also keeps teammate Rickey Henderson on the move, scoring almost half Mattingly's RBIs, in fact. But with the speedster on base, Don must adjust at the plate.
I don't really think I get any different pitches. I think the big thing is I just have to have good concentration to take my time. I know there's going to be throwing over there a lot and stepping out and stepping off the mound. So I just take my time and try to get a good pitch to hit the same old thing. And when Rickey runs, I really don't see him, so it's not really a problem for me. I don't want to chase anything bad. Really, the only thing I want to do is hit something hard somewhere. And if I can do that, I try to do that every at-bat. Hit the ball hard and hit it somewhere, and from there, take my chances.
In addition to the RBI title, Mattingly also has an excellent chance of becoming a Gold Glove winner.
Defense is just something that you have to do, to me, to have a winning ball club. Everybody has to play good defense, and it's something that's the way I was brought up and coached through the, through the minors, and also starting young in high school. Always emphasize defense and being a big part of the game, and I feel that way.
In the field or at the plate, Mattingly's a rare breed in baseball. And now it's time for an Old Spice salute, brought to you by 24-hour strong Old Spice deodorant and antiperspirant. This week, Old Spice salutes Cesar Cedeno of St. Louis. Filling a key role left by the injured Jack Clark, Cedeno has been the Cards' ace in the hole, hitting safely in 14 of his first 16 games since traded to the Redbirds. Also during that span, 14 RBIs, 5 home runs, and a .475 average. Congratulations, Cesar. And that's all for now, folks. See you next week on This Week in Baseball.